I get down to the police station and I start my interview and they're showing me photos and they're showing me, all this stuff. Yeah, like, this is you right here, this is you there. Then I'm like, wow, they're watching me all along. It was like every phone that I got, and I thought that I got away clean, was caught on camera. And that's when I realized, they're always watching you, no matter what. Before this episode begins, we want to acknowledge the people who were harmed by our actions in the past. We take full responsibility for the harm we cause. Nothing in this series is intended to excuse or glorify that behavior. We're sharing these stories to be honest about what happened, to show what change can look like, and to help others build a better path. We used to lead bad. Now we're trying to lead good.
Youth crime rates, the highest they've been since records began.
Victoria is cracking down on youth offenders with children as young as 4.
Melbourne is fed up with the youth crime crisis.
Too many children are just slipping through.
If you've got questions or if there's anyone you think we should have on the show, send us a DM. We genuinely want to hear from you. And if you want to support the Lived Experience movement and the Lead Good program more broadly, head to yay.org.au and reach out. That's where the real work continues beyond this podcast. Welcome to a special episode of the Lead Good podcast series. It's special because it's known, we're going to call it the Lost Years or the Lost Boy episode. And given that we're going to be talking a lot about your offending judo under the age of 18, but it's the Lost Boy episode. What's your view on that title?
Them times when I was, went off the grid, I was a lost child, I was doing lost things. I didn't know where I was and didn't have no one beside me, no help, no nothing. Just me by myself.
Yeah, it's an interesting time, isn't it? So in the previous episode to get here, we in episode 1, we talk about your arrival into crime. You're 15 years of age. You've been expelled several times, 3 times across up until the age of 15. Once in primary school, twice in secondary school. You've been to multiple schools. It's important that we establish the arrival at this age of 15. So we're going back to 15. And you're suspended from school and you start hanging out at a shopping mall. The judo of 24 that I'm looking at now, if he was to go back in time and go to that shopping mall and that plaza and talk to the judo at 15, what would he say to him?
Stay in school.
Stay in school. Simple as that.
Very, very important, yeah, 100%. Times get tough, but, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Don't think, what you're going through at that time means that, you're not good enough for school or you're not good enough for any type of, skills building or anything else, So
best place to be is at school, yeah.
Yeah.
We're seeing already is a lot of missed opportunities to intervene to shift you or steer you away from the course that you chose. So we're 15, group of kids, you're just egging one another on. What have we got here? It sounds like to me you've got a bunch of kids that are idle. It's a recipe for disaster, isn't it? It's like it's a peer group pressure, all sorts of things.
Yeah.
How do things roll?
Well, honestly, from the outside looking in, it is a recipe for disaster, But being inside it, you're having the time of your life. You're with friends. You're not having to go into school anymore. School's not a problem. You don't have that burden hanging over you. You're just having the time of your life. You're running around, just enjoying life. But at the same time, it's at that age, it's not where a young person should be. Honestly, a young person should be in school, with support, with the right things around him. But for me, it was just, I was just one of them kids that it wasn't for me. I've been through multiple schools, as you heard, and it was just like I was just over it, sick of it. School sick of me, I was just, and once I found that real sense of belonging from outside of school, wagging, and meeting up with different type of young people, then I'm like, all right, I want to be here, this is where I want to be. This is the people I want to be around with, and that's how we started.
Yeah, you can't put a old head on young shoulders, can you? So we've got to be mindful that it's right across that mid-teenage years is a challenging transition for everyone. Some traverse that period well and others don't. Okay, so your circumstance at the time though, that you're at home, you're in the high rise at this point in North Melbourne.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, still am. Yeah.
mum at home on her own at this point. Dad's not around, and you're living in a house in a 3-bedroom high rise with 6 kids.
6 kids.
3 boys in one room, 3 boys in another.
3 girls. Yeah.
3 girls. Sorry.
Yeah.
Is mum aware that you're just hanging out at the shopping centre?
Nah, she's not. She thought I was still going to school.
Your mum thought you were still going to school.
Yeah, and I just, I pretty much, what they call it, I hacked the system. Usually, when you don't go to school, they send a text message to your mother. I managed to get a hold of that, send that text message to my number. Then it was like, all right, game on from here, I don't have to worry about that. Leave my house, wearing school uniform, pack a spare set of clothes in my bag, and off I am to the city.
Mum none the wiser.
Pardon?
Mum was none the wiser.
Yeah.
So you progress. What happened? So you're all there, a bunch of kids.
Bunch of kids having, just having the time of my life. We're there, we're just relaxing. When you're hungry, you go into Woolies, going in calls. Might shoplift a couple of things
like lollies and that type of thing.
Lollies, yeah, lollies, things like that. We're just relaxing. We're just on the train, going from one place to another, and then over time.
Are you harassing people?
Nah, we're having. For us, there's no one else we care about ourselves. It's just about us. People are moving on with their day. We're moving on with our day.
Still a pretty menacing kind of vibe.
The only people you're probably giving a hard time to is probably the security guards. Right. But that's normal. Like they're there to do their job. When things get a bit out of control and kids are having too much fun, they want to come. Lower the risk of anything happening. So. We're there, we're just, things start.
I'm still thinking of the commuters on the train, hard-working people just going about their day, and all of a sudden 10 or 15 kids jump on the train running amok. It's important that you understand how you felt inside that group.
Yeah.
When you're witnessing and seeing that, it's a really uncomfortable, it's intimidating, it's concerning, and people aren't sure what's going to happen next.
Oh, 100%. But at that time, it's not. I don't think it was, Now it's a bit different because now the young kids are a bit, they're a bit more ridiculous and a bit more outgoing, Mm-hmm. But yeah, and so it was just us doing, going to the shopping centres, doing what kids do, shoplifting, and then it progressed to from stealing food to stealing clothes and other things, and eventually you graduate from that, and then
what do you graduate to?
Oh, you start, you need money, you start needing to make, you need some sort of income, you're not going to work at that age, especially, when everyone there is on the street, just running amok. So we just went from that to, stealing phones.
So phones were for money?
Phones for money.
How would you steal a phone? Would you just opportunistic or?
Yeah, it's all opportunistic. If you see it, then and there, then you see it then and there. Rob people or whatever. Just
running by the pickpocket, or just if they were using their phone.
Yeah, snatch and run, they call it. Yeah.
So if you saw someone using their phone, you would run past, grab the phone, and run.
Yeah.
Bolt. Right.
Yeah. And then the next 10 people, whoever's on that same street.
Oh, you would do multiple.
Yeah.
And then how would you make money out of the phone?
Or you sell the phone.
Where would you sell the phone?
At a repair shop or whatever. There's people, people buy, these type of phones for parts and send them back overseas or whatever they do.
What year is this? This is, we're 9 years ago, so...
2016.
2016, okay. And so...
2016, 2017, yeah. I mean, 2016, 2017.
So you go and sell it. You would snatch a phone, and then how long after would you have cash in your hand for that phone?
That same day.
How much money?
At the end of the day.
You would go and sell that phone?
Yeah.
And how much would you get per phone?
$300-400. For a young person, that's a lot of money.
What would you spend the money on?
Oh, whatever. Just clothes or whatever, It's just good to have money in your pocket, knowing that you can get whatever you want,
Yeah.
Not stressing. We even buy cars sometimes too. Yeah. Go buy them cheap, $1,000 cars or whatever.
And just drive around in those cars?
Drive around, yeah.
You guys are running amok at this point.
Yeah.
And you're worried about getting caught? Getting caught?
At that point, you don't know what getting caught feels like. Because you haven't been caught yet. You think you're on top of the world. You think you're the smartest person in the world until, that day comes. then you realise.
Tell us about that day. So you're stealing phones, you're running amok.
Yeah.
Mum thinks you're going to school. How do you, and eventually the police
Yeah. So,
catch up with you?
Yeah, eventually they catch up, you know, because you're always going to get caught up no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah, my house got raided. Yeah, like 10, 12, 15 detectives, you know.
Hang on a sec. So bang, 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 bang at the door.
Bang, bang, smacking in, then just running
What
in.
time of the day?
It was like 5, 6 a.m. Yeah. Crack of dawn, man.
They do their job.
Yep.
You're asleep. The whole household's asleep.
Yeah, everyone's sleeping. Yeah. Messed up. Yeah, running in my house. Just running, screaming out my name. You know, trying to find which room I'm in, find me, pick me up, and put me in handcuffs straight away.
So in the high-rise apartment,
Yeah. No, not the high rises.
it wasn't the high-rise at that
I
point.
moved out. Yeah.
Okay, you're in the family home.
Family home.
So there's your reaction. You're woken up by police in your room.
Yeah.
What about the reaction of the family members?
Oh yeah, it was traumatizing for my mum, my little
I
sisters.
bet it was.
Yeah, she was, you know, screaming. She was upset. She wasn't happy, you know, because the way they were, like, I know they're doing their job, but they're very aggressive, you know. They just they don't want to take no risk at all, you know. So my mum was, you know,
We don't want them to either.
She was upset. She was, you know, she was crying and she was saying like, "What did my son do?" Up until this point, you know.
Because she had no idea.
Yeah, up until this point, I was
The first awareness that your mum had of your offending and your life, your choices you'd made as a teenager, was the police thumping through the door.
Yeah, because up until that point, I was an angel, you know. And then, yeah, you know, she was upset. She wasn't happy. Yeah, like, you know. Then they told my mom, just, you know, calm down, relax. My mom told my sister to go in the room, and then, yeah, after that, they cuffed me away and they told my mom, you know, head down to the police station and, you know, head down for his interview.
You're ushered out, you're handcuffed and then
Into the back of
back of the head into the divvy van type
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
and then you're on your way.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts in the back of that divvy van at that point? Are you realising, wow,
Well, at that point, it's all new to me. So I'm thinking, first I'm thinking, what did I even do? You know, what did I do wrong? Why am I here? You know?
oh, you're in denial.
Yeah. I don't, like, to me, pretty much, like, I just didn't know why I was here. Like, what did I do? And then I get down to the police station and you know, I start my interview and they're showing me photos and they're showing me, you know,
They
all this
knew.
stuff. Yeah, like, you know, this is you right here, this is you there. Then I'm like, you know, wow, they're watching me all along. It was like every phone that I got, and I thought that I got away clean, was caught on camera. And that's when I realized, you know, they're always watching you, no matter what. So, yeah, then I understood, you know. Then I'm like,
Is mum with you?
yeah, mum's with me, yeah.
So mum's in that interview room with the
Yeah.
police person, police officer. Do you go back to that moment about mum's reaction? I mean, we're talking, 9 years ago.
Yeah.
So at that point, mum is just in shock. She's with you in that room. What happens? What's the process then? Take us into that room where do you get bail? Do you?
No bail at all. Straight remanded. Yeah, straight to Parkville. Here I go. From the police station.
Yeah.
Later that night, straight. Once the bus came, or you know, I was ready to go.
Like a prison van came.
Yeah, they took me straight to Parkville. Got to Parkville like probably 9 p.m., 10 p.m. at night.
And did you have a court hearing or anything like that, or was there? You were just remanded? Was there a?
I was remanded straight away. Straight away, yeah.
You're off the street.
Off the street.
You're 15, 15.
Yeah, no, 16.
16, okay.
Yeah.
And you at night, you've said goodbye to mum, and you're on your way to
Parkville.
Youth detention.
Yeah.
You must be are you anxious?
Yeah. Like, you get off the bus. When you get off the bus and you take a deep breath, the air is different. The air behind walls is different compared to freedom air. So, you know that you're in a different place. You know, this is unfamiliar territory. So I get off the bus, you know, I take a deep breath. Smells a bit, you know, funny. Oh, whoa, okay. Then, you know, they take me to the holding cell. They do their, you know, whatever they got to do. You know, they pat me down, go through my property and the procedure, basically. You know what they have to do. And they told me, yeah, you're gonna be staying here for tonight.
Strip searched, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. And then you're gonna be staying here for tonight. And then tomorrow morning we'll take you into your unit. So I'm like, all right, you know, sweet. So I don't know. I'm thinking, fine. Well, you know what I have to do and things like that.
So that night you're in your cell, in a cell on your own, are you?
Yeah. I'm by myself, and then I'm thinking, like I just want to get sleep and just wake up, and you know, at the start I'm like, to be honest, like when they told me you're gonna stay here, I thought this was my cell. Just right, you know, I thought this is how it was, and then when I woke up, they told me I'm gonna take it to a unit. So unit, you know, with other kids. Then I'm like, as I'm walking to the unit, I got clearance to go. As I'm walking to the unit, I'm thinking, fuck, you know, how's it gonna be? Who's gonna be there? Like, I don't know anyone here. You know, all that type of things. And then, as I get to the unit, you know, and they're about to open the door, you know, as soon as I open the door, and the door opens, and I see the first few young people that I see is, you know, people that I know from the streets, you know. And then it was just like a massive weight lifted off my shoulder. But like, you know, it was like it's not something, you know, you should be proud of. But like at that time, you know, as a young person, the more, like, you know, these are your people that you see on the street, your friends basically. So you're gonna be, you know. You're
relieved because you're angry.
Exactly right. So then, I spent about 6 weeks there before I got out.
So you're there for 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
You're a kid that's running amok.
Yeah.
You're now in a controlled environment. What interventions are
what supports did they have?
Yeah.
None.
Any therapy, any
No.
any support or a youth worker?
Not at all. Nothing. Oh, you got youth workers, but then you deal with them when you get out.
So what do
see
you
them once a week or whatever? But other than that, nothing.
now, as a lived experience mentor in the field, do you look back now at that 6 weeks as a wasted opportunity for?
100%. Because I didn't learn nothing. I was just there having fun. Basically, honestly, it was just like an opportunity to be with the people, around, like the people that you like, your friends and the people that you love, in a controlled environment, but just to have fun, just to regroup.
What did you do for 6 weeks? Like, what would be a typical day in Parkville?
Most of the time, we'd just be playing sports, you know, running around, having fun. Sometimes you'd be fighting with other people, you know. Just entertainment. People fight for entertainment, you know.
So no school or anything during that first 6 weeks?
Really,
so
not at all.
No school?
Yeah.
Playing a lot of sport? Did you have...
There was school, but it was optional. So it was like, you know, do you want to go to school? Nah. So it was like, you know, it wasn't like mandatory. If it was mandatory, different story, but it's not mandatory. They don't press you to go to school. They just be like, you want to go? And you're like, nah. Carry on your day.
That's something we need to talk about making the most of that time while you're in that controlled environment, right?
100%. 100%, yeah.
Because there could have been a lot more done that could have impacted your choices or influenced your choices.
Or at least plant a seed, you know?
No seeds were planted during that time.
Nothing.
So the sense of consequence, apart from the fact that the police have just gone and done their job and you've caused so much trauma to your family, you're not seeing there's a consequence by being 6 weeks in Parkville.
Not at all.
Righto. So you're 6 weeks in Parkville. Sounds like a wasted opportunity and a waste of time, but it's still 6 weeks out.
Yeah.
How do you get out of Parkville?
Get out the first sentence.
So you're given 6 weeks. So why were you in there 6 weeks?
I was just because I went to court. I went for bail. They didn't give it to me. I had, you know, every 21 days you go to court again, you know. So I went 21 days after that, and then they let me out.
It's interesting with the current bail issues that we've got today, but we'll talk about that, and we talk about that in separate episodes. So you apply for bail, eventually you get bail, or you get released.
Yeah.
And so what was that? That was just you get bail on a particular day, then you're out that day?
Yeah, you go to court, then you get out that day, late that day. So I just got out.
Ring mum picks you up?
My mum was there already. She was there at court. She waits for me. I get out. And then it was like, we gotta have family dinner.
As a celebration?
Yeah, a little celebration.
Did your relationship with your mum change now that she understands that you were not going to school? You were indeed going to a shopping mall and then offending. Does the relationship change with your mum at that point now that she's aware of all these things?
Not really, nah. Like at the end of the day, she just wanted me to do something, with my life. Don't let it go to waste. Cause I'm still young, and she just wanted me to, get into something or find something to do. Don't just roam around the streets because it's just not what you want. It's not how you want it to end. It's not going to end well.
Your other 5 brothers and sisters, they're going okay, right?
Exactly right.
She's hopeful. You get out?
I'll get out.
Back to school?
Nah.
Didn't go back to school? Did your mum think you were going to school? Did that?
Nah. What happened was I started doing an apprenticeship. Actually, I didn't even start. I just didn't even go back to school. Actually, you're right. I didn't go back to school at all. Didn't go back to school. Basically, I just went straight back to what I was doing.
Phones and...
Yeah, I missed it. Like, honestly, I missed it. I just missed being outside with my friends and things like that. Just couldn't wait.
Almost couldn't wait to get back into...
Yeah, couldn't wait at all. Just wanted to get straight back into it.
And so you go back to stealing phones or...
Go straight back to it, yeah. Just hanging around in cars, buying cars and hanging around in the cars, driving around. Selling
phones, cash.
Selling phones, smoking weed. Just...
No one's checking in on you at this point, is it?
No. I have my appointment. I'll get my appointment once a week, but that's about it.
And was that just like ticking a box?
Ticking a box, yeah.
How long you out before?
Oh, for like a month.
You're only out for a month.
Yeah, that didn't last long.
The police catch up with you again?
Yeah.
For what offence?
For still another phone.
And how did that... So you've stolen another phone?
I stole another phone.
Did they arrive at the house again?
Nah, they called me on the street,
this time.
Like, I got called because I left that. And I didn't have a phone. So I was only out for a month. So I didn't have a phone. And so I just, knocked someone else's phone, took it off him, and just carried on with my day.
But you kept the phone?
But I kept the phone.
Okay.
So usually, you take out a SIM card and then you go sell the phone, all that type of thing. But, like, I didn't sell the phone. I kept the SIM card in my thing. So it was just, like, one of them things, just, like, I kept it. I didn't think that it would have went that far. But, that month later, I had that phone. Probably a week, 2 weeks later, I get picked up by the police. Yeah.
In the street?
In the street, yeah. While I was just...
Because they know who you are now.
Yeah, while I was just relaxing and kicking back with the boys.
That's interesting. So the police know who you are, right? The police know. It'd be interesting if when we start to talk with other leaders and police as well, if more people could know. So that they know that, hey, we've got a hotspot. We've got a
Database.
Yeah, database.
Yeah,
so they pick you up in the street.
Yeah, in the street, yeah.
Arrested again.
It was like deja vu. I'm in the back of the police car, straight to police station. Yeah, I ring my mum, tell my mum come down. Your son's got an interview. They interview me. I just, it was just a quick interview. Wasn't nothing I could say, to be honest. Quick interview, and back to Parkville.
Back to Parkville.
Yeah.
And we're going to spend a lot of time. I know it's, but the impact on family at this point. Mum devastated again.
Yeah.
You've been a handful up to this point.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Back to Parkville.
Back to Parkville. Yeah.
Did you have the same anxiety from the first time?
No.
Or it's
at this point I was like, just the whole procedure, just skip it and just get me back in the unit. I was just like,
didn't bother you.
Didn't bother me. Yeah, I just wanted to go back, just get comfortable.
It's interesting you say that, Judo, that Parkville was comfortable. It was almost like you were happy.
It wasn't comfortable. I just wanted to get comfortable.
Right.
Because I'm just doing the whole procedure. Like, you spend like 10 hours at the police station, then you got to go spend another 6 hours at the holding cell. Like, I just wanted to hurry up, go in my cell, get comfortable and relax, and just move on with my time.
Did you know how long you were going to be there for? Because you did.
Nah, you just gotta. Honestly, it's like 21 days. Wait 3 weeks, then wait another 3 weeks.
And how long was that second stint? Now that you've
6 weeks.
6 weeks again.
Yeah.
And how do you get out? Are you bailed? Is it a bail situation or on that second?
No, I get an order this time.
What an order? What's an order?
A youth supervision order.
Right.
Yeah, I get that. That's what I got.
And what does that mean? Is
12
that like
months? It's like usually you're supervised for 12 months. So you get like you just on supervised where you have to go check in for 12 months.
Been in twice, 12-month supervision order? How does that year go?
It actually goes all right. I think complete the supervision order.
What happens in that 12 months? So you're not back to school though?
No, I'm not back to school. I get out. I do carpentry apprenticeship.
You got a carpentry apprenticeship?
Yeah.
How did you get that?
With my youth work. I taught
The youth work. Wow, that's really...
Yeah.
So your youth worker facilitated you to get a carpentry apprenticeship?
Yeah.
It's a huge... Geez, that's a big chance.
Yeah. So I done that. Well, I didn't do it for long, to be honest, not gonna lie. But like, you know, I done it for probably like a few months. Then I was like, nah, it's not for me. I wasn't ready for it yet.
And what, you just didn't turn up to work?
I just gave it up after stopped going.
There's another red light. It would be great if employers had a place to alert, hey, we employed this young kid, started off well and now he's disappeared.
Yeah.
You know, and all of a sudden, somewhere, a red light starts to go off. Yeah, you're playing footy?
No.
What's going on with the peer group at that point? Are you still back with the peer group?
No, I was with a mate. Me, him, like, you know, he was with me throughout that 12 months. But everyone else was locked up.
So the peer group influence during that time
Was not there.
was not there, and you were able... Did you have a sense of consequence, though, about... Did you...
Yeah,
the 12 months...
I wanted to complete it. I didn't want to... Like if I messed that up, I would have had to, you know, been in there for 12 months. So I wasn't trying to do that.
So if you breach that supervision order, you're back in...
You're in there for 12 months.
That's consequence.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do that.
You're really mindful of that?
Very mindful, yeah. Very mindful.
We're all talking consequence, and even at 16 and being the kid you were, which you weren't great, you're very aware of the consequence of that supervision order.
Yeah, 100%. You know, and you had someone beside you that was, you know, staying with you and you know, keeping you in check.
Yeah, similar motivation.
Exactly right. Yeah.
And the weekly visits, so that you had to check in, but is that a police station or is that a phone?
No, it's what is it? Youth Justice. Yeah.
And you would say each week you'd call them up or go and meet?
Yeah, call them up and go visit them. You know, it's, you know, they're very flexible.
And what was that conversation about?
Oh, it's just how you doing, what's going on, what can we do, how can we help you?
Oh, so there is some degree of intervention at that point.
Yes, some, but like that's they're doing it because it's their job to do it. You know, like they get paid for it. Some people do it out of who they are. You know, but. Yeah, like, but it's easy because I could just tell them no, I'm good, you know, and they leave me as that, you know.
So if you would just play the game, so to speak.
Play the game exactly right, you know. So I just tell them nah, and then just, you know, move along.
Yeah, okay. 12 months is up.
12 months is up.
You've you had the carpentry apprenticeship that didn't go well.
Yeah.
Really impressed by the employer though that gave you a chance. Do you remember? You know, because they gave you a chance.
Yeah.
Good people.
Yeah.
You just wasn't the right time for you. Enormous opportunity.
Yeah, it wasn't ready.
Missed.
Yeah, after the 12 months, I get into I get picked up for an affray.
An affray?
In St Kilda, yeah. So, yeah, that was... Because at that point...
St Kilda Beach.
Yeah, at that point, that 12 months came up and most of my peer group... It was a time like that around that.
Oh, they all get out.
Everyone gets out,
and you all meet up at St Kilda.
And we'll meet up at St Kilda.
Well, that's trouble. How many of you on St Kilda Beach?
About 15, 20.
15, 20.
Yeah.
What time of the day are you all gathering on the beach?
Like in the evening, probably like 5.
Summer
6.
night, was it?
Yeah, summer night. You know, nice and warm.
It's a pretty menacing look, though. You know, whether it's African kids or Australian kids or what, you get 15 or 20 of you in a group like that. You're all wearing your hoods and all that sort of stuff.
Nah, it's summer night. Well, you can't be wearing hoods in summer night.
Okay.
Singlets. Some of us don't even have t-shirts. Just, you know, just having a good time.
Can I ask you, if I'm walking along that, so you're on the beach at St Kilda, right?
Yeah.
So if I walk along the path there and I walk past that group, I've got to tell you I'm intimidated. Am I at risk if I'm walking along that path at that time of night?
Not at all, no. Why would you say that?
Oh, give me a spell, Judo. You got to understand, mate. I mean, you've got 15, 20 odd kids gathered in a group. It's summer. you're walking along the beach on your own or with your wife and your kids, it's a pretty intimidating look. But you're telling me that you're saying to me, no, they're
If you don't bother us, we're not going to bother you. You know, it's just like,
so if I walk by and say, "G'day guys, how are you tonight?" You're saying, "Yeah, no worries."
yeah, how are you?
Yeah, that's a stretch. Well, it's not a stretch. It's just a big ask. And I guess, is that perceptions or what is that? But I'm just putting myself in that person's situation where you guys are all in a big group. We've seen recent events down the beach at Mordialloc. It's got nothing to do with it's not a racial issue at all. It's just it's right across all communities, and it's just an intimidating experience. It's intimidating. Okay, so let's go that night of when you say an affray, is that a brawl or is that a?
Yeah, it's basically a brawl or fight in the public.
What motivated it?
It was a racial comment that was made.
Someone walked past.
Yeah, walked past. Yeah.
Oh, so it wasn't organised.
No, not at all. No, we were just having the time of our life, just relaxing. Just vibing out. Mucking around until someone walked past and said a comment, and then it was like words were going back and forth, and then it just sparked from there.
And then you beat these people up, or
yeah.
And then what happens? You're in that. You beat them up. Are they seriously hurt?
Yeah.
Okay. The police come and you run away, or?
Yeah, the police come, everyone runs away. Oh, yeah. Everyone runs away, and then...
You're on your own? You run away on your own? Everyone scatters?
Everyone scatters. And then go link up, I'll go meet up somewhere else.
If that comment wasn't made, are you telling me that if those people that walked past, there was a group of people that walked past, made a comment, lit the fuse, are you saying that if they'd have walked past and you didn't give them any reason to, so they make a comment as they walk past, and then that lights the fuse, and you're saying to me that if that wasn't said, there would never have been an issue?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
So chaos reigns, punches are thrown, people are getting hurt, blood, all that sort of stuff. I don't know. It's pretty terrifying, right, for everybody concerned, and because you're a large group. Were they as a larger group like you?
There was they were large individuals.
Oh, they were bigger. They were older guys.
Yeah,
older guys, not as large. Say something, bang, it's on.
Yep. Scatter.
They're seriously hurt. You're not.
No.
Scatter, and then how do you get caught?
I get caught. So through CCTV.
So you run.
Yep, I run. I later that night I end up going into a shop wearing the same
like a 7-Eleven or
and then I'm wearing the same outfit from that offense, and then I get picked up
that night.
No, like a week later.
A week
2 weeks later, yeah. 2 weeks later.
So when you get picked up for this affray,
they know who I am.
Yeah.
They're just waiting I'm not going home at this point, so they're just waiting for me to slip up.
And they pick you up in the street?
They pick me up on the street, and then I'm back in custody. Yeah. And then this time, I don't do 6 weeks. I do 7.5, but I got sentenced to 15 months.
You get sentenced to 15 months?
Yeah. And then I done 7.5 and got parole. So when I get picked up, I'm 17.
Yep.
I go into custody. I turn 18 in custody. Then I'll get out 18.
Right. Which is where we join episode 2, which is where is your adult crime, adult time, because you come out at that point at 18. Mm-hmm. Let's go back to now I'm with you. That moment where you've got the 15-month sentence, are we starting to see a reckoning where you're going, wow, I've got to get my life, like your mother at this point, again, we go back to mum.
Yeah.
You've told mum, you've told dad, you've now got 15 months and you're going to Malmesbury or?
Malmesbury, yeah.
You're going to Malmesbury. Where's mum? Has she given up at this point?
No, never. Never. She never gives up. Yeah, she's getting, I wouldn't say drag, but yeah, she's basically getting, you know, she's on the ride. You know, she's on the ride. She's with me. She's not happy. You know, it's always hard having that first conversation with her, that first visit. But it's got to be done, honestly. You know, and then yeah, like after that, she's just there. You know, support, moral support, helping me get through it. You know, making sure I'm alright mentally, physically, and yeah, it's just one of them things that, you know, as much as you hate it, you know, you got to go through it. You know, and be there with me, with her, you know, just so yeah, it's a tough subject, but yeah, it's just one of them things. Yeah.
17, start at Malmesbury.
Take
us through a day in the life of Malmesbury. Because you're getting older now, you're starting to grow up a little bit.
Yeah, slowly. It's very similar. At the end of the day, you still, you know, behind walls is behind walls. Doesn't matter where you are. You know, you're away from your family, you're away from the people you love. You know, so it's just, you know, you're just doing things to get, you know, make your time, you know, pass. So
like what?
Playing sports, doing activities, listening. You know.
School.
Yeah, a little bit, but nothing too serious. Like, you know, you pick and choose your subjects. You know, you go do, you know, you do PE, you know, you do music class and things like that. Things that you enjoy. And then yeah, just, you know, just trying to get, you know, make my time pass. Playing with the boys, you know, keeping yourself entertained, you know, speaking to people outside, things like that. Yeah.
Mum visits every week, or
yeah, mum visits every week. Yeah,
with your brothers and sisters.
Nah, at that time, just by herself. At that time.
What are those visits like? So is that how long would they go for?
Like an hour. Yeah, an hour. Just over, maybe sometimes. It just depends.
She allowed to bring food in for you and that sort of stuff? Or?
Yeah, not from the outside, but like they got a little vending machine or canteen or whatever. Yeah, then just, you know, just keep myself busy as much as I can.
Did you build a relationship with any of the staff there at Malmesbury, or?
Yeah, you got heaps. Yeah, a few of them. Yeah,
good relationships.
Yeah, good relationships.
Any discussions about reform and like preparing for and getting the skills to make better choices? Because
nah, not really. So a few, you know, like you do have them conversations, but they don't really end up going anywhere. You know, they're just words. So yeah, you know, you do your little 1-2 conversations, you have them, you know, but yeah, like I said, it doesn't really go nowhere.
Is it pretty impressive that a youth worker previously had got you a job as a carpenter, like apprenticeships, as a carpenter? It sounds like there's good people around you, but you're not responding to them. Like that youth worker's done you know, we've got people like Marcus, the coach, great guy. We've got the youth worker that gets you a job. There's people trying, isn't there?
Yeah.
But you're not responding.
No.
Is that where the lived experience role can intervene to?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, perfect time.
It seems to me. I think that's a fair observation, that you can think that you're going to connect more so with someone who you can relate to.
Yeah.
But there are some really good people out there, and we haven't mentioned your mum yet, who rides all the way through here. So 7 months in Malmesbury, are there moments where you go, righto, Judo, I got to lift my game.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, like I did this time. I was like, after I turned 18 in custody, I was like, yeah, now that I'm 18, I'm a big boy. You know, I can't be just, you know, I personally just didn't want to go to adult prison. Like, just like, you know, get that CRN and things like that. I just didn't want to have that, you know, on my file. But you know, yeah, I did have them thoughts of, you know, it's time to pull your head in.
You get released from Malmesbury.
I get released from Malmesbury. You know, I tried this time.
But tell us about the day of release. Mum picks you up.
Mum picks me up.
This
yeah.
is your third. This is you've done 7.5 months of a 15-month sentence.
Yeah.
So you're on an 8-month supervision, or like it's like parole, I guess, is it?
Yeah.
And you're out, and you're driving home with Mum.
Yeah, driving home with Mum. Yep.
You've been away for 7.5 months. Is it a festive night?
Yeah. Yeah. I spent that evening with my mum. Yeah. And then later that night, I had a few of the boys come over and just like, you know, basically welcome me back, and just, you know, we had a laugh and things like that. And then I went home early, and then yeah, just from there I just try to, you know, lock in and basically trying to do the right thing. I tried, you know, I had a meeting with my parole officer. We you know, I try to get back into football. You know, I try to stay away from my peer group, try to stay away from drugs, try to stay away from, just try to do the right thing, have a positive mindset, have a positive, you have a positive mindset, you do positive things, you're going to try and have a positive outcome,
It was a genuine attempt.
It was a genuine attempt, yeah.
Okay.
But just didn't have a strong foundation, strong enough foundation. I was doing that for a while, doing that for like 4 to 5, 4 to 5 months. And I was doing good, I was keeping up. And then, one of my good mates that I was in there with gets out.
That takes us back to episode 2, which is adult crime, adult time. That concludes the Lost Boy episode. There seems to be so many opportunities, mate, where maybe you weren't ready, but there was certainly some opportunities, particularly when you're in a controlled environment, where the right people at the right time could have made an impact. Mm-hmm. You agree with that?
100%. Yeah. 100%. It's just, you just got to take them opportunities, take them moments.
If you've got questions, or if there's anyone you think we should have on the show, send us a DM. We genuinely want to hear from you. And if you want to support the Lived Experience movement and the Lead Good program more broadly, head to yay.org.au and reach out. That's where the real work continues beyond this podcast.
Thank you for listening to Lead Good. You can follow or subscribe wherever you get your podcast. And if you'd like to stay part of the conversation, you can find us on social media at Lead Good Pod.
Oh, good one.